Be a double whammy for the Wizard, who was well beaten yesterday by O'Sullivan, 6-2.
Yeah, Ronnie's got a chance here. Well played. Slow down. Slow down. Ooh, that's a bit quick, this table. He hardly hit that. Might still take on the brown.
O'Sullivan, one of the converts to the new chalk.
Yep, Teom, I think it's pronounced Teom, from Finland, actually. A lot of the boys are complimenting it. I said it's cutting down the kicks. Anything to help. Oh, how did he get through there? That is amazing.
5.
Hasn't done him any favours.
Still has this red to the right corner, but it was incredible that it found its way through the middle of those two reds. And you can pop this in, come back for the blue, I think. Well, he's played with the element of safety for the yellow. That's very clever, actually. Just, it was a good pot, but he made sure he put distance between the cue ball and the reds if he'd missed. Oh, what a good early chance this is.
Eight. 9.
Well, he was in that chair quite a lot in the first session.
He was. Breaks of 91, 76, 81, 56 and 70 from O'Sullivan this morning. Jimmy White, our Eurosport colleague, has been talking at length about how much work O'Sullivan has been putting in the build-up to this season on the practice table, and I think it's very clear to see that his cue ball control has been back to its very best in the last few weeks. Of course, he won the English Open.
Could have won the Champion of Champions if they'd drawn level of 9 apiece. Who knows what would have happened there?
Yes, he just missed out in the end to an excellent performance from Sean Murphy, but that final in Barnsley against Kyron Wilson, when he missed just 6 pots in the entire final.
Well, he was unplayable, wasn't he? And a couple of shots ago there when he played the pink, he played a nice little cannon to nudge a couple of reds out.
$31. 32.
Well,
39.
It was a beautiful split of the reds. Is he on a red?
I think he's okay, Phil. I think you can just see enough of this one to the right centre.
Touching ball.
It's touching ball if he wants to play it safe, but I think he can get this red and back for the black. Yes, he's okay.
And that's bad news for Judd Trump.
Well, slightly hampered here. That might help Judd, because you can't do much with the cue ball here. It looks fairly straight. Yep, you can play on the red to the middle.
This is going to be a harder pot than it should have been, though.
47.
Well, Ronnie's looked determined all week, hasn't he? And the fact that, you know, he flew out to China on the Monday, got there Tuesday, played 2 matches on the Wednesday, morning and evening. But he's looked determined all week. He's only dropped 6 frames
48.
to get here to the final. But Judd has only dropped 3 frames to get here to the final.
Yeah, and they were all in one match against Jack Lazowski in the semi-finals. 4 white washes from Trump, which was easier for him to achieve than for me to say. But O'Sullivan keeps the break going with another excellent pot.
Sorted out that appointment, have you? But, well, obviously there was a qualifying match before they came here. We were just talking about
50.
at the venue. So, on form, the best two players this week are here in this final. It's usually the case, of course. It's obvious to say.
51.
And what an opening salvo this is from O'Sullivan, keen to re-establish his dominance, having lost those back-to-back frames at the end of the first session. Try and douse any hope that Trump might have had coming in here this evening of a big comeback.
58.
I remember Jimmy White losing
59.
the ranking final to Cliff Thorburn back in the 80s from 7-0 up, eventually losing 12-10.
Centuries have been flying in. This man at the top of the tree with a 144. There's been
66.
49 so far this week. Could this be number 50?
67.
Nothing Trump can do about this.
No.
Sullivan got in with a good long red. He already has the highest break of the tournament, the 144, which will net him a further £3,000 unless it's beaten.
74.
Well, he's had to jump over a couple of hurdles in this break, but apart from that, it's been immaculate.
75. $82.
He's had 904
$83.
career centuries. Quite incredible.
This will be his fourth of the week.
Ah, well, unless this is a plant. Just over hit that, played on the reds to the right centre. Well, it would be a bonus if it is a plant, but because he didn't play there. Go on, get in. Oh, wow. That's a little bit of a bonus there.
And he is very keen to get to the magical 1,000 century mark. So he'll be pleased to see that plant disappear.
98. 99.
Well, what can you say? This has been superb again. No nonsense from Ronnie here. He's come out determined for the early kill.
The only thing missing from the performance as Trump watches on so far from the rocket was a century. He's put that right.
5.
Cueing quite superbly.
108.
Possible 130 if he does clear up. No clearance, but that was a fine break. A real statement of intent from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He wants